Oh my goodness. Good morning, Flosstube. Look what we have in front of us. Chatelain's Taj Mahal Mandala. I have been waiting for this day all month. Which actually begs the question, why don't I work on this more? Yeah. Okay, so it is Friday, May 25th. That means it is day 25 of Stitch Mania for crazy people like me that are doing like the whole month and then some. Yeah. Why am I doing this? Oh, I know, because I love to start things and I love to stitch all the things, and yeah, I just love it all. So, going strong. Yesterday, I worked on this sweet little guy, Woolamina by Plum Street Sampler. I'm in love. Once again, I am in love. I'm in love. Yeah. So my plan yesterday had been to, as I do every day, work on this until the evening and then knit in the evening. I was actually supposed to wind another skein of yarn for my sweater that I'm working on, and totally forgot to do that yesterday because I am so in love with this little guy. So I just continued to stitch on this in the evening. So I got a nice chunk done. Of course, still have quite a chunk to do, but that's okay because this is so pretty, so pretty. I am using the only called for color that I've used so far is the little sheep face and legs and tail. And that's the DMC, not the country or the Classic Colorworks that it's called for. This is actually supposed to be Classic Colorworks Hickory sticks, you know, the infamous Hicks sticks. But I just went with the DMC. This was an interesting little piece, though, because I don't know whether you can see it. There's a line of stitches, well, two lines of stitches right in here around the eyes that is over 1. So this is over 1 on 36 count. So that was fun to do. And there's other little one pieces. Little B right there is over 1. And I just noticed last night as I was putting this away, look, there's a little turquoise heart right there, and that is over 1. How precious is that? And I didn't even notice that turquoise, but then I just fell in love even more. The heart on the sheep is 640. I don't know which one of these bags my DMC 640 is in, but I'm not real sure I'm going to do it in DMC. I'm wondering about Paulette's choice of doing that in DMC, if it was a balance thing. You know, why didn't she do it in the little heart in one of the pretty pinks, or even, gasp, the turquoise. I may make that little heart on the sheep turquoise as well as that little heart. So stay tuned. This little guy won't take a whole lot of time to finish up, so I will be getting back to him at some point in the future. But today we are working on this beauty, Chatelain's Taj Mahal Mandala Garden. Now, I have been to the Taj Mahal several times. I've been in the morning and I've been in the bright of day. I've not been in the evening. So that's still on my bucket list. What do you say when you have something this gorgeous? I don't know why I haven't been working on this more. Because this is everything that I love right here. India, a gorgeous edifice like the Taj Mahal. The beauty of the silks and the colors. This is a kit that I got from European Cross Stitch. This mandala actually she put out in 2005, so I probably got it around there, 2005, 2006. So, you know, I've only had it for 10 or 12 years, you know, give or take. This is going to get finished within the next year, definitely. I can't let this sit any longer. So this was a kit, like I said, from European Cross Stitch. The called for fabric, oh shoot, I looked at it and now I'm forgetting it just like that. It's Zweigart Belfast in a light yellow. So Belfast, I think, is their 32 count. because Edinburgh is the 36 count, so I'm pretty sure this is 32. Finished size will be 16.2 by 16.2. So, not a small project, to say the least. European cross stitch, when you buy the kit, whether I can show you, and you get all of the silks all packaged up nicely. Yeah, everything you need. The braid, this is all treasure braid in here. It's hard to show it all since I'm so close to the camera with this. But everything is all packaged up nicely. The beads all come in their own little containers, all labeled nicely. You get the beading thread. So, you know, yes, the kits are expensive. But I think you would be spending more, and you'd definitely be spending more time trying to kit it up yourself. So that's the way I decided to go. I am working right now the satin stitch around the edge here. This is Karen Water Lily's number 202 Peach Cobbler. A gorgeous confection of pinks and yellows. Yeah, so pretty. And the stitch that I'm doing was supposed to be this woven scotch. So you do a satin stitch and then you're supposed to weave across it. I tried that up here with the first square, and do you see how messy that is? I could not, with the satin stitch laying so nicely together, I could not get that stitch nicely to go the other way without totally ruining what I'd done with the satin stitch. So I said, you know something? It looks just fine with a satin stitch. I am not going to kill myself over this. So you are going to see me work satin stitch today. This is much slower than what you've seen me do before. I'm going to be using my trolley needle to help them stay, to help them lay much nicer. Now, I will say, okay, so, you know, to hold my phone over top of my work like this, I have a clamp device clamped to my desk over there, and then there's this kind of neck that comes up over top, and it puts the excuse me, it puts the phone with my camera right between me up here and my work here. So the phone is right here, right? I am right over top of my phone working this because I'm having a hard time making sure I'm going down into the correct holes. I'm gonna try really hard not to be bumping you all the time. But on my practice runs, I will say I did bump a little bit. So please forgive me if you get shaken around a little bit. So this is a trolley needle, attaches to your finger. I don't know whether some people like it on left, some people like it on right. I don't know. I find it easier to work with on my right hand. And so what you do is you smooth out those threads, and then you hold the threads still. And you hold the threads on top of you hold the trolley needle on top of the threads as you're coming down, so it keeps them parallel. So when you pull it on down through it, oh, now look, that didn't even work as I'm describing it. How rude is that? I'm just twisting them a little bit underneath to get them to be parallel again. And then smooth a little bit there. So yeah, this is a much slower and much more delicate process than normal stitching, but boy, is it worth it, especially when working with these gorgeous silks. Is that pretty or what? Now the place where I have the worst time is coming down this line here, seeing which holes I need to go in and not pierce the silks when I'm coming up. So I do try and move the threads out of the way a little bit with my trolley needle, but not too much because I don't want to make them shift out of place and get all messy again. So you might wonder why I still have like a row here from these columns coming down. I have a row here. There's going to be regular cross stitches in. It might be this braid again. So the braid kind of frames. But I don't know. I've got a ways to go before I have to worry about that. So here in the US, it is Memorial Day weekend. Mike has a 3-day weekend working for the government. He's actually getting out. They actually gave them 3 hours of admin leave today. He went in especially early today in the hopes that he'd be getting admin leave, which is what they usually do before the big holiday weekends. They give a couple hours admin leave. So they gave 3 today. So he will actually be heading home at 10 o'clock. He got in so early today. I think he went into work at like 4 or 4:30. I think he got up at 4 and went in at 4:30. Yeah, just trying to figure out which hole I'm going down into. So we don't have any big plans. We're going out with friends tomorrow for dinner. Catching up on some movies in the theaters. I think I mentioned that. I'd also like to, I think it's supposed to be a gorgeous weekend. It's a gorgeous day here today. It is, let's see, 75 at about 10 o'clock in the morning, 75 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be another gorgeous day. Bright sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Again, my kind of day. I'd like to get out this weekend and do some hiking or something like that. The pool at the complex here opens tomorrow. So they're having a little party by the pool for the residents. We may or may not attend it. We'll probably wander out for a little while because it's so pretty. Let's see, what else is going on here? Oh, I have a bunch of crafty things planned. Of course, Stitch Mania. I plan on still doing a video every morning here over the weekend. Hopefully nothing will interrupt those plans. In addition to that, I have to wind a couple skeins of yarn today. The sweater I'm working on, I'm pretty much finished with one skein. I had planned on, like I said, winding it yesterday, but forgot, so I'll get that wound today. And then I got the yarn in the next club shipment from Laura Nelkin. And she is going to be releasing the pattern for that for the club members on the 30th, whatever day that is. I haven't the faintest idea at this point. So I need to get the yarn wound for that. Oh, and I need to pick out beads. Her clubs, you can have a bead. You can get beads, or you can opt not to get beads. I decided not to get beads because I own so many beads from my Kumihimo days that I don't need to get the beads with it. So I need to pick out beads. And what I'm thinking of doing is doing a little video showing how I decide which beads to use on my knitting. And depending on how many choices I have, maybe see, I just did it, I'm sorry. Roping you guys in to help me choose those beads. Does that sound like something that's interesting to you? I hope so. That one seems to be not wanting to untwist there. Shoot. I always make sure, look, they're kind of like plied together, but I separated them. I always make sure they're laying parallel here before I start. There's something weird going on here. It's like I went through them and they got stuck together. Yeah, this one's just going to be kind of a mess because somehow I pierced the threads. But you know something? I am not a perfectionist. I am not a professional. Oh, that still looks okay. All right, so now back down the other side. Can you still see that? Hope I wasn't off camera there. It wouldn't be the first time though, would it? So let me see. This is the second one down. See, I really have trouble seeing that when I'm starting down this other side. Seeing that first one here doesn't help when it's a skinny one or a little tiny hole. So let's see. The other thing I'll be doing this weekend is creating a digital scrapbooking layout for my friend Rosemary's book that we're doing. I found the picture I'm going to use and quote I'm going to use. Oh shoot, that didn't turn out too good, did it? There we go. So just need to get into Photoshop and get it all pulled together. So I hope to get that done this weekend. Let's see what else. What else do we have going on? Yeah, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot has happened since yesterday. What a surprise, right? And that isn't a bad thing. Am I on the third one down? Shoot, I've totally lost track. It looks like I must be on the third one. This is a lot more difficult than just regular X's, let me tell you. But worth the effort. Totally worth the effort. Because it is just too pretty. I think that in her instructions, Martina actually says to do all this cross stitches first, and then hold on, let me count. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. So yeah, that's where I want to be. To do all the cross stitches first, and then come back and do the specialty stitches, and then come back. Oh, come on, little hole. And then come back and put the beads on. Yeah, no, I'm not going to wait till the end to do all the specialty stitches, and I'm not sure I really understand why I would wait and not just do all the specialty stitches, you know, section by section. So that's what I'm doing, just building out. As I go. I'm really having trouble finding those holes. So this is this one right here. There we go. So let's see. I was going to get back to, as I knew I didn't have a whole lot to talk about today, just ad hoc. Get back to another one of the little tags. So this is the year in review, 6-month edition. We're not quite at 6 months into this year, but you know something, we will be soon. Because this year, as all years do, is really flying by. I don't know how much you can see of this. I hope you can see this okay, or at least get a general idea of what I'm doing. You know, I don't have the floor stand or anything since I mostly stitch in hand. So right now I have it like propped up on my leg and propped up on the desk, and my foot is starting to fall asleep, so you know, we make do. We crafters make do. So anyways, year in review Flosstube tag, 6-month edition. Is the year going the way you thought? Quite frankly, I don't know whether I really thought about, oh shoot, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I really thought about how the year was going to go to begin with. But yeah, I think so, because I guess the main goal was for Mike to find a posting, and he has. So that major thing is done. the boys are doing well. 1, 2, is that the right? 3, 4, no. I think I went down too far in that one. Hold that thought. 3, but no. What do I feel like I'm missing? Well, shoot, where am I? That was right. That was right. No, that wasn't. I think I'm supposed to be over 1. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, because I'm going down to the corner. Duh. All right. So anyways, the boys are doing well. Ben is on track to graduate from school. He's doing well. Samuel actually has a goal for the fall, so I am thrilled with that. So yeah, I would say the year is going maybe not the way I thought, because like I said, it's not like I plan my years, but it's going well. My family is happy and healthy, and I couldn't ask for more. So, have you learned anything new about yourself this year? I think I am learning how to be a stronger woman, how to finally, at the age of 54, not to be afraid to put my needs first sometimes. Which doesn't mean that I'm not going to put my family's needs first when they need to be, but not to feel like my opinion and what I want and what's important to me doesn't count. And you'd think by age 54, I would have learned that a long time ago. But, you know, I don't want to get political on this channel, but there are some things that I do feel need to be talked about. And the whole Me Too movement, the whole thought of women always coming second to men, women always being subjugated to whatever the needs of a male are, this is striking a really, really deep chord with me and making me realize that I am definitely part of that culture and definitely have been my entire life. You know, I was raised in the 60s and 70s. That was definitely part of who we were as a culture, and unfortunately it is part of who we still are. And I am very happy to see that it's starting, seeing that it's starting to change. Lord knows we have a long way to go, but it's helping me to realize how that's impacted who I have been my entire life, and make decisions about how I want to change, and also talk to my sons about who they need to be and how they need to interact with the females in their lives. And I'm pretty comfortable that they are young men who will never not only just take advantage of a female, but will never see a female as a lesser person. And maybe that does have something to do with who I am. I can only hope so. So, there's that. Have you learned any new techniques this year? No, I don't think so. Well, no, that's not true. Punch needle. I learned punch needle this year, and that was fun. And I don't know whether I'll get to it this year. I hope to. That the whole needle painting, white work, I've shown that several times on my Flosstube videos. I got that book by Trisha Burr, and I got the materials. I don't know when I'm going to start that, but it may be this year. It may not, but definitely learned punch needle this year, so that was fun. And I'm going to continue that. It will never take the place of cross stitch or knitting, but I do enjoy it. It's kind of something different, just something a little different to do, different feel, different technique, different look. So yeah, That was good. Oh goodness, what do you hope to accomplish for the rest of the year? Oh my. Well, my goals all seem to be stitching related, but that's okay. Yeah, yeah, stitch. Make pretty things to surround myself with. How does that sound? That is my goal. Make pretty things. And that's not a bad goal. Surround myself with beauty and color. I like that idea. And on that note, I think I went down the wrong hole. No, I think that's just a thicker one. Anyways, I'm going to stop there. We're at 25 minutes and my foot is truly asleep. I'm going to put aside my trolley needle. You stay there. Tomorrow, because there is a tomorrow still in my Stitch Mania world, tomorrow I will be working on this. This is the Summer Row by Bent Creek. And I know a lot of other people that are doing rows and have said these go really fast. So I'm excited to start this and have it be another small one, because that's never bad. I am using this linen. I believe it's a 36. It's the same linen. I just have this skinny piece of it. And whether you can see, it starts there and ends there. So it's pretty skinny and long. This is the same linen that I'm using for my Linen and Threads Mystery sampler, band sampler. I guess it's not a mystery anymore, but you can't really see. Let me see if I can move the light out of the way. There you go. You can see a little bit more of the kind of pinkish modeling. So that's really pretty. So anyways, that is, oops, now we have that glare. So that is tomorrow's, what I'll be doing on tomorrow's video. So guys, have a great day. Have a great Friday. Get out, enjoy the sunshine if you have it. Enjoy your friends and your family. Never take them for granted, and just be happy and be healthy, because that's what we all want, right? Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.